Hi, welcome back to my channel. My name is Abby and I make bookish content here on YouTube and on TikTok. Today we are going to start a reading vlog where we tackle my physical TBR. This is where I make a confession to you guys. I have like 300 plus books on my physical TBR. And I have nothing to say in defense of that, honestly. I just really like to buy books, clearly. So, what I did is I filmed a video on TikTok where I chose a book randomly out of a jar that I created. And then I spun some wheels. I thought this challenge would help motivate me to actually pick up the books that are already on my TBR or have been on my TBR for a long time, instead of encouraging me to buy new releases all the time. Obviously, buying new books is a lot of fun, but you know what's not fun is my bank account afterwards. So I would like to get to the point where my library is mostly books that I've read and enjoyed. That's the goal. Now let's talk about the journey to get there, okay? I did post that video on TikTok. You can go and watch it. This is my username. And I had a great time. So it picked the book Legendborn by Tracy Dion. And as I was editing the reading vlog, because as you can tell, I am quite far into it by now. As I was editing the vlog, I realized I never filmed an actual intro. So, sorry, I'm new to this, okay? It's actually really difficult to keep track of what I filmed for my TikTok and what I have filmed for YouTube, especially when those things are overlapping in the case of this reading vlog, for example. So, anyway, I used that video and it shows that we need to read Legendborn by Tracy Dion in 5 days, and at least some part of that has to be at a coffee shop. And I'm going to take you guys along with me. Legendborn is a book about this girl named Bree. She goes to this pre-college program at a college and she uncovers a lot of magic, a secret society, possibly a love triangle. She overcomes a lot of things. Anyway, having a great time, but stay tuned to see the rest, okay? I just wanted to do a nice little intro because I was sorely missing one. And now you won't just be launched right into the middle of things. But without further ado, let's get this reading vlog started. We are headed to the park to let my daughter play, and I am going to start reading Legendborn. So all I know about this book is that it's a YA fantasy. I think it might be an urban fantasy. Her mother dies and she becomes an orphan. She starts going to this, a residential program for bright high schoolers. Then she witnesses a magical attack, and then a secret society called Legendborn decides to hunt down these creatures that are attacking people. And then it unveils Bree's own unique magic, and she joins this group to try and stop the bad people. I know that it is based on King Arthur, but I'm a little bit worried that I won't finish this in 5 days, which is Saturday, because this text is very small and this is like a 500-page book, but it is young adult. So maybe I'll surprise myself and just fly through it. But we're gonna get to the park and see how long she lets me read for. Listen, you're not allowed to judge my blanket because it's my daughter's, okay? And it's really comfortable. So it is currently like 9:45 at night. It's been a rough day. My daughter, we think now that maybe she wasn't feeling good, but my daughter has special needs. She's 3 years old and nonverbal. And it was a rough day. It was a really rough day. She, turns out, wasn't feeling good and was just grumpy all day. Nothing was pleasing her. So I am tired. We are starting potting training tomorrow, which, why is that a good idea? I don't know. I'm just going to keep telling myself it's a good idea. So we got her down for bed. And then right after that, I started doing some chores around the house. I cleaned up a little bit. I feel like potty training in a messy environment is not a good idea. So I had to do that first. Also had to finish editing a YouTube video, had to finish editing a TikTok, get them uploaded. Needless to say, it took me a long time. So now it is 9:45. However, I did manage to get to page 75 while I was at the park with my family. My daughter was really feeling the park at the time. One of my cats is trying to get into my kitchen cabinets. Anyway, so this book is so good. I wasn't sure how I was going to feel about it, and it was very intimidating to me, even being a young adult novel, because the text is not only really tiny, but it's really thin text. It's kind of difficult to read, but this is so good, y'all. I am enjoying this a lot. Our main character, Bree, is a Black young woman who is going to this special school for people that are really smart. It like prepares you for college, I guess, but you go to college with college students. So she's 16 going to this school, and her mother died 3 months before she gets to the school. And now she's basically trying to figure out who she is after the passing of her mother. She's feeling very bitter, very guilty about her mother's death, even though she shouldn't. She has nothing to do with it as far as she knows. But it's very interesting getting to see her perspective. At some point, she gets picked up by the cops after a normal college event, and the cop treats her with suspicion, and you kind of see what it's like for her to be a younger Black woman in an area that maybe isn't the friendliest towards people of minorities. And you get to see the unfairness of it all, of people who are white being treated without any suspicion and getting off with a warning, while for her there are consequences that other people don't have to endure. And I think that's very eye-opening to read about, and I think it's important to read about. So I'm enjoying reading from the perspective of Bree. So now she's kind of figured out that she is able to see magic, and magic exists. And this is kind of opening her up to a world where she's questioning everything, including her mother's death. And we're getting introduced to some characters, including a boy with golden eyes who is very grumpy and very dominating and very bossy. I like that. I think he's going to be good for Bree because Bree needs something to fight against, okay? Either way, I'm at page 75, having a great time. Gonna keep reading it. I don't know if I'll keep reading it out here. I'll probably just see you guys later because I desperately need a bath and I really want to soak my poor sore muscles. So, anyway, that's my update, and I'll catch you guys again later after I read some more. It is the next day. We just put my daughter down for bed. Hopefully it sticks. We'll see. We did try to potty train her today and it did not go well. We were in the trenches. Okay, we're giving up. We're going to try again in a little bit. If you don't know, if I haven't already said it, my daughter is special needs. She's nonverbal, developmentally delayed, potentially on the spectrum, but too young to diagnose. So we are just doing our best over here. So it's been a long day and I'm ready to pick up my read again. I need to edit a TikTok real quick and then I can go back to reading. I have made it all the way to page 134 of Legendborn, and let me tell you, it is so good. The way that Tracy Dion is writing this is both somehow lyrical and introspective and deep, while also being fast paced and not losing your attention. I am like flabbergasted at how good this book is, and the way that she speaks on topics about the world, about racism, about inclusion, about diversity. There are just so many good quotes in here that I have been tabbing that you just like step back and you go, damn, that was deep. That really makes you think about things. So I respect that a lot about this book, and I am excited to get back into it. I think this is going to be a pretty quick read for me, to be honest. So I'm going to edit this TikTok and then I'll get back to you. I just filmed the TikTok part of this discussion. So now we're moving on to the in-depth discussion that I promised you guys in that TikTok, if you happen to follow me over here from there. I am currently on page 198 of Legendborn, on chapter 23. I am making my way through this on day 2. Okay, we're almost to the halfway point, and I'm having a great time. Bree has officially infiltrated a secret society in order to get answers about her mother's death. I think at the end of the day, this book is about grief. It's about a young woman's journey on finding closure after the sudden and gruesome death of her mother. Things are not adding up with what happened to Bree's mother, and she just knows that something else is going on. Bree is a character that I relate to a lot, and she's very stubborn, she's very hardworking, but she also tends to push people away. And I can definitely relate to that. But one thing about Bree that I don't love is she makes feeling guilty a job. Like, she makes it her job to feel guilty about things that she literally has no control over. And I do find that a little bit aggravating. Before everything happens, when her mom passes away, Bree is not there. She has nothing to do with her mother's passing, at least as far as we know at this point, but yet she feels guilty about it. I know that's like a common thing with processing grief and death and whatever, but it was a little bit aggravating. And then she starts feeling guilty about some other things in the book, and I'm like, girl, why? Why? You're just making your life harder. But I think maybe that's the point. That's the point of following Brianna's journey. And I just need to buckle up, shut up, and enjoy the ride. The other thing is this a love triangle? Give it to me straight, okay? I don't love love triangles. I really don't. I don't know what it is. I just don't want to be pulled between two people, okay? I only have the capacity for one man in a book. Just one. So why? I don't know. I think I don't trust somebody. I don't trust somebody that Bree trusts. There are some vibes that I'm getting that, I don't know. The easy way out would be for that person to be the betrayer. I think that could happen. So we'll see where that goes. And then there's one man in this book who just is so mean to her. He is so mean. Okay? Why do I like him? Why do I just get these vibes? I'm really excited to see where their relationship goes because I don't know. I just have a feeling. Okay? I have a feeling. Anyway, I think that's all the notes I have right now. It is almost 10 p.m. at night, so I'm not going to stay up that much longer. Tomorrow, my daughter will be in daycare, so my husband and I will probably find our way to a coffee shop so that we can drink some coffee and read our books together. And it's going to be great. I can't wait. I'm hoping maybe I'll be able to finish this book in the coffee shop and complete our challenge. My video would not be 8 million hours long and take me forever to edit. That would be cool. I'd be okay with that. So I've got a little snack, a little banana, I've got a water, I've got some Hershey's Kisses. Let's get to reading. Good morning, everyone. It is currently 9:30 a.m. No, 10 a.m. I think it's 10 now. And it's Thursday. My daughter is in daycare, so we have plenty of time to continue reading Legendborn by Tracy Deonn. Last night, I made it all the way to page 227, part 3, chapter 26. And it's going really well. I am really enjoying this story, and I don't have a whole lot to say right now, except that it's starting to pick up. Things are starting to happen, and I'm having a good time. I'm really glad I intuitively chose this out of my jar. Anyway, so I am going to read this. I also need to plan some content, so I've got my little notebook here. Start planning out some more videos because I have sunshine today and I have no child at the house, which means it is perfect prime filming time. I need to edit. I've got this iced latte. I especially like the Chobani cookies and creamer that they have right now. It tastes exactly like what it is. Beautiful. I also have my breakfast. I have a breakfast sandwich, some salsa, and 2 pancakes. So I'm going to eat all this, start making some notes, listen to some YouTube, and then start reading. So that if you eat my breakfast, I will disown you and sell you on Facebook. You'll have to be a fighting dog. Can you be a fighting dog? Come on. Come here. Come show the people your beautiful chubby body. This is my dog Zelda. She is a corgi. In case you don't know, no corgis are purebreds pretty much because they are a mix of the 2 types of corgis, the Pembroke and the Welsh Cardigan. So that is what Zelda is. She does have a bum eye. Don't look at it, okay? We get it checked out every once in a while. She got scratched at doggy daycare one time. Never took her back. She can see, it just is cloudy. So that's her. Isn't she so sweet? Isn't she the sweetest? She's a mommy's girl, huh? Yeah, she's a mommy's girl. Mm-hmm. Guess what I just finished? I am officially done reading Legendborn by Tracy Deonn, and let me tell you, it was amazing. I finished it about an hour ago, let it marinate a little bit, did some chores, and I'm ready to tell you, I think I'm going to give this book a 4.5 stars. It was good. I pretty much immediately ordered the second book in this series off Amazon, and it is supposed to arrive today. I'm not sure when I'm going to get to it, but I'm hoping to read it soon so that the story stays fresh in my mind because there's a lot of complex topics in here and the world building is very complex as well. So I don't want to lose that information by the time I get to the second one. Now, just to give a brief overview of my feelings about this book, I thought this was really good. I feel like Tracy Deonn does a very good job of putting you in Bree's shoes and letting you feel things as she feels them, learn them as she learns them, and just fully encompass yourself in her world to the point that you're like, yeah, I get Bree. I get her. I get the reason she does the things she does. I get how she's feeling in the moment. I also can anticipate her choices because I know her so well. I just really liked her as a main character. And one of the plot twists at the end, I didn't see coming, but I probably should have. But it did get me a little bit. I was like, oh, of course, of course. And then was like, why didn't I see that coming? So I don't know. I just had the greatest time reading this book. I think you guys would really like it too. I encourage you to pick it up. Don't be dismayed by the YA in case you just think you don't read YA. Give this one a try. And I will be moving on to the second book, which I think I don't remember what it's called, but I'll put it on the screen. I will be going to that one very shortly, and I'm excited. Anyway, oh, Blood Marked. It's called Blood Marked. And now I have to film my next reading vlog. So I am going to read summary themed books for a week, and I will take you guys along with me on that one. And I'll see you guys later. Bye.